Good morning. Today we're gonna make ricotta and spinach ravioli, and we have here all the ingredients. We have boiled spinach, we have some fresh pecorino, not too salty, it's a mild version that comes from Sardinia. This is regular store-bought ricotta cheese, nothing special, just whole milk ricotta cheese. This is freshly grated nutmeg. We're gonna actually grate it in the mix. Fresh black pepper, salt, and eggs. So very basic ingredients. We're gonna grate the cheese, remove the rind, and because we're lazy, we're not gonna do it by hand. We're just gonna use the machine. The cheese is grated, it's relatively fine. It could be finer than this, but I like some texture in the ravioli. Well, now it happens that the machine doesn't actually puree the whole thing because of the lack of moisture. In this case, we're gonna use an egg. The egg acts also as a binder for the final mix. We'll stop and scrape a couple of times to make sure that the biggest chunks don't stay attached to the walls of the blender. At this point, we can add the second egg and the cheese. And then the cheese. We have a little pinch of nutmeg. Not much because this is a strong flavor. A little bit goes a long way. A little bit of fresh black pepper. Homogeneous. And I'm gonna add the ricotta. Stop and scrape one last time, and then I think we're ready to taste this, and we're ready to go. Okay, so our mix is ready. We're gonna transfer it in a piping bag already fitted with the pastry tip. So we have 2 strips of pasta, and we're gonna make ravioli with this. We have some spinach and ricotta filling which we have prepared earlier, and we're gonna pipe some dollops of this on one of the 2 strips, and then later we're gonna overlap the second strip on top, and using some egg wash, which is egg and water, as a glue. And I'll show you the whole process. We're gonna make relatively large ravioli so you can see the process, but you can definitely make them smaller or medium size. And then if you want to make them all look the same and kind of industrial looking but pretty, you can use a cookie cutter on the blunt edge to seal the filling. We're not going to do it this time because I think that the rustic look is nicer. We have a ravioli cutter, but you can use a pizza cutter if you don't have one of these, even though they're widely available on websites for foodies. And this is a classic cutter that gives the ravioli an edge similar to a stamp, post stamp. If you still have some air trapped, that's fine, as long as each single one has all the edges pinched together. Make sure that the filling is actually sealed inside, so when you boil it, you don't end up wasting all the filling. Flavor. It's probably a couple of tablespoons. This is enough. Then we're gonna put our fire on high. Add a good amount of butter. Now the water is a full boil, nice and green from the spinach we cooked before, and we can dump our ravioli. Okay, our raviolis are ready. Our chives flavored butter directly on the ravioli. Finish with some fresh chives, and we are ready to eat.